Have you heard about what's going on in these Senate hearings about UFOs?
Well, from what you've told me, which I must say I'm very about.
I'm not shocked about this, okay? Now, but there is one thing that I do want to say about this. I have believed that aliens have been here for a very long time. I used to believe this when I was a kid, and I used to think that they would show us things in movies like E.T. and Alien and stuff like that, and they would drop like, you know, they say they hide things in plain sight.
Yeah.
I think that was what was going on. I think that aliens have been here for a very long time, and I would say to everybody, why is the government telling us now that aliens are here? What is really going on here? It's not to say that aliens don't exist. I do believe they exist. I believe intelligent life forms that are able to operate potentially at a higher level than us have existed outside of our planet and come here. I believe that. What I want to know is, why are they telling us now?
If you think about us not knowing all of this information, there's a level of control from the government. If we learn and know everything, what, are we just going to live amongst aliens like normal? Then the government have got no control in any aspect. Like, everything is just exposed. So even though they're admitting to stuff now, I still think it's a case of we're still not going to get the full answers. We're not going to see it. We're not going to find out.
Yeah.
It's just one of them things.
Well, I watched the full 2-hour stream. We don't get the full answers in this. There is enough in there to make you turn your head. And then I went on Twitter just to see what the general response to this was. There was so many people on there going, this is boring. I'm just like, I'm sorry, TikTok generation. This is the most exciting thing that you've probably ever seen in your stupid lives. There's no way that you get more enjoyment out of TikTok than finding out that there are literally aliens. There are literally non-human entities walking around.
Yeah, why would you not want to know about the, what's the word?
Existence?
Nah,
That is so annoying. Please stop doing that.
What's the word, Michael, that I'm looking for right now? Why would you not want to know about that we're living amongst?
Aliens.
No, there's a different word I'm looking for.
Well, I'm sorry that I'm not Professor Xavier.
Throw me some buzzwords.
I don't even know what you're getting at.
Like, not aliens, like...
UFOs?
No.
Non-human?
No.
Extraterrestrial?
No.
Demons?
No.
Women? Can I continue whilst you find this word?
I'm never going to find it, and it's going to bug me. And then tonight when I'm sleeping, I'm going to go, oh yeah, that was the word. I'll put it in the comments when I know.
Okay. Well, if you see someone writing a whole bunch of bullshit in the comment section, it's not me. But I found so many tweets where people were just uninterested in this. And I was just like, there's no way we've gotten to this point where the generation has become this disinterested. Aliens are here. The government have recovered non-human beings from a plane that crashed.
Is that where it's come from? A plane that crashed?
So what they're saying is they've recovered non-human biological creatures or something.
So the aliens tried to get here and crashed on the way?
Well, anything could have happened. So the military could have shut them down. The atmosphere when they broke in could have caused something to happen. I don't know. The point is that there are things here and the government's been hiding it to us. And to my point earlier, why are they telling us now? I don't think this is the first time that they have encountered aliens. I don't even think it's close to the first time. I am wondering why they're saying it now. What are they hiding from us? Like, what are they trying to bait and switch us with now?
What are they up to? What's going to happen to us?
It's going to be some War of the Worlds shit. Have you seen that film?
Yeah.
And when you reported your experiences with a UAP, did any of you face any repercussions with your superiors, yes or no?
No.
No. I've actually never seen anything personally, believe it or not. So.
All right. And then do you believe there's an active disinformation campaign within our government to deny existence of UAPs, yes or no?
I don't have an answer to that.
As previously stated publicly, yes.
I think previously with like Project Blue Book, yes, but currently I don't speak for the United States government.
Okay, thank you. I have a few questions for Mr. Graves. What percentage of UAP sightings in your belief go unreported by our pilots?
This is an approximation based off of my personal experience speaking with a number of pilots, but I would estimate we're somewhere near 5% reporting, perhaps.
So like 95% basically don't report seeing UAPs.
That's just my personal estimate.
In the incident off Virginia Beach, do you believe the Navy took the danger to your aircraft seriously after it was reported?
Absolutely.
A few questions for Mr. Favor. As an expert naval aviator, have you ever seen an object that looked and moved like the Tic Tac UAP?
No.
Did the Tic Tac UAP move in such a way that defied the laws of physics?
The way we understand them, yes.
So what he's referring to there is that they saw something in the sky that was moving like this. Our planes can't do that, right? So they were like, what the fuck are we looking at right now? We don't have technology.
There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the ASA. My gosh. They're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots from the west. Look at that thing, dude.
What's more worrying is that if that is human technology and it's come from another country, then it's like, how did they develop that?
What's strange to me is just like the typical UFO that everyone imagines when thinking of aliens. It seems as though it's literally what everyone has pictured.
That's what I was saying earlier. You know, in the media, they sprinkle truths. They hide it in plain sight. They get you used to the idea of this is what it is. It probably does like that on some level. They're very like...
The way that they move is exactly how they're explaining it.
And I think they said when the people saw those things in their garden, they said they had very big eyes, big heads, very tall, which is how, when you picture an alien, you picture big head, big black eyes. I mean, I would rather that than the aliens in the actual Alien film. If I saw that walking in my garden, I would absolutely shit myself. Have you seen Alien, the horror film?
No, but I just think to myself, like, if these big creatures have been living among us, more people would have seen them by now. You can't just keep them hidden.
What if they're shapeshifters?
Then there's that, but do I think that they're shapeshifters? Nah.
Maybe they have technology that makes them look like us.
Life is weird. No, like when you just think of life, it's really weird. Like we're humans on this earth, and there's a potential that there's literally just other creatures. I'm scared. I've got anxiety right now.
Don't you think it would be more weird if we were the only ones in this massive universe?
It would, but life just doesn't make sense anyway.
Of course it does. Yeah, it does make sense.
No, it doesn't, Michael.
Many dismiss UAP reports as classified weapons testing by our own government, but in your experience as a pilot, does our government typically test advanced weapon systems right next to multi-million-dollar jets without informing our pilots?
No, we have test ranges for that.
It took over 15 years for your encounter with the Tic Tac to be declassified. Do you feel there was a good reason to prevent lawmakers from having access to this footage?
No, I just think it was ignored when it happened, and it just sat somewhere in a file. Never got reported.
In a drawer. It happens a lot up here. Shocker. Mr. Grush, a couple of questions for you too, sir, this morning. What percentage of UAPs do you feel are adequately investigated by the U.S. government, of the 5% that are reported?
I can only speak for my personal leadership over at NGA. I tried to look at every report that came through that I could triage. So.
Do you believe that officials at the highest levels of our national security apparatus have unlawfully withheld information from Congress and subverted our oversight authority?
There are certain elected leaders that had more information that I'm not sure what they've shared with certain Gang of Eight members or et cetera, but certainly I would not be surprised.
Okay. You've stated that the government is in possession of potentially non-human spacecraft. Based on your experience and extensive conversations with experts, do you believe our government has made contact with intelligent extraterrestrials?
Something I can't discuss in public setting.
When he said that, I was like, that means yes. Do you know how scary this is?
Exactly. Now do you understand how I'm feeling?
But it's so fascinating.
It is.
I know you didn't watch Marvel films, but this is eerily close to what would happen in Marvel films. They would have congressional hearings, and they'd be like, "Oh, so is Thor's hammer really here?" And they'd be like, "I can't comment, blah blah blah." And then next thing you know, Iron Man's busting through the fucking Congress, and all hell breaks loose.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Would you really want to know, like, if the opportunity was presented to you and somebody said you can know all the information,
Yes.
would you say yes?
Yes.
Do you think potentially it could mentally mess you up?
Yes.
And you're willing to take that risk?
Yeah.
And you can't tell a single soul, do you think you could keep it within your whole power to not spill that information onto anyone?
Yeah. I know that I can keep it. If it's, first of all, if you know those kinds of things, telling people could get them killed, right? And if it's already messed with me, why would I want to do that to people I care about?
So what about if you found stuff out and then you realised that certain people are in danger or were in some sort of danger of some kind? Would you not want to protect your loved ones?
How would telling them protect them? Because if they're in danger, they've probably seen it. So then telling them doesn't make a difference.
Maybe the aliens are planning something, and because you know the way out or what you can do to protect yourself.
Yeah, you got to protect your people. The whole point of withholding information would be to protect people. So if keeping the information isn't protecting them, then yeah. But think of all the people that have existed on this planet and all the people that have died not knowing about all these things that go on. And if I had the chance to know, you don't have a lot of time on this
What
planet.
you don't know can't hurt you.
In this instance, what we don't know might actually end up biting us in the arse. If we don't know these people, these things are walking amongst us and they have ill intentions, it's better that we know.
But that's my point. So if you find out and there's ill intentions, are you going to tell your family even though you can't tell people?
Well, it depends on what the ill intentions are. If it's literally like full-blown wars about to break out, then yeah, obviously I'll protect my family. I'll let them know that shit's about to go down. But and that's the point of these whistleblowers. They're blowing the whistle on what's going on because they think they're withholding information unfairly from the public.
But they don't look scared, so we must be okay.
Well, I mean, this has been going on for a long time, so they've probably had a lot of time to sit with their emotions and think about what they're doing. This isn't just happening now. This has been over the course of 15 years.
If something bad was going to happen, even if 15 years they know something bad's going to happen, like there'd still be an element of non-calmness there.
No, not if you've been doing this for that long. I think if you've already been in that environment where you're being threatened and you know that they have the power to kill you and you've been in it for 15 years, I think at this point you'd be like, well, if I'm going to bite the bullet.
So when you look at this guy sitting here, do you think he's seen and had an interaction with an alien?
No, he said himself he has not actually seen them, but he said that he has seen things relating to them.
Do you think that Donald Trump has had...
Donald Trump,
do you think he has had interactions with aliens?
No.
Do you think Barack Obama has?
I don't know.
Do you think Joe Biden has?
That man might be an alien himself.
Do you think the royal family has?
I don't know. I mean, they're very powerful people. I don't know. I have no idea. I think the most likely people would be... Donald Trump, I'm fairly confident in saying has not seen aliens because that guy can't keep his mouth shut. If he had seen aliens, we would know by now. He'd be on Twitter every day. Oh my God. Just seen an alien.
Do you think Elon Musk has had an interaction with an alien?
I think Elon Musk is an alien.
Do you?
He's too fucking smart for his own good.
Do you think Jeff Bezos has had an interaction with an alien?
He looks like an alien.
So you think these successful men are aliens?
No, I don't think they're aliens. I just think they do some weird shit. But I don't know who's come into contact with aliens. We're not going to get into that now. We're going to be all day.
No, because when you think of the people who have interacted with the aliens or given this information, who are these people? If it's connected to the government, okay. All right.
It's the military and the Navy. And it's not... Don't forget, the president is the highest position on TV and what we see.
Yeah.
There's people above the president that operate. Never forget what Putin said. Putin said, doesn't matter if it's Biden or Trump or Obama that is sitting in that seat. Because when the men with the black suits walk in, We all answer to them.
Okay, I can't ask when you think this occurred. If you believe we have crashed craft, stated earlier, do we have the bodies of the pilots who piloted this craft?
As I've stated publicly already in my News Nation interview, biologics came with some of these recoveries. Yeah.
Were they, I guess, human or non-human biologics?
Non-human, and that was the assessment of people with direct knowledge on the program I talked to that are currently still on the program.
And was this documentary evidence, this video, photos, eyewitness? Like, how would that be determined?
The specific documentation I would have to talk to you in a skiff about.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and you may or may not be able to answer my last question, and maybe we get into a skiff at the next hearing that we have, but who in the government, either what agency, sub-agency, what contractors, who should be called into the next hearing about UAPs, either in a public setting or even in a private setting? And you probably can't name names, but what agencies or organizations, contractors, et cetera, do we need to call in to get these questions answered, whether it's about funding, what programs are happening, and what's out there?
I can give you a specific cooperative and hostile witness list of specific individuals that were in those.
And how soon can we get that list?
I'm happy to provide that to you after the hearing.
Oh boy, he's about to hot up a whole bunch of people.
Is this the same guy?
Yeah, it's the same guy we reacted to before.
Okay, so this is the thing. It's like, do you not think it's strange how that whole interview came out, then that interview got taken down, now all of a sudden they're saying this? Like, they're definitely up to something or are looking to expose something. Otherwise, why would they be coming out with it all now? And also, a part of it could still just be a distraction from something else.
I think that there's elements of both. I believe that aliens are here, and I think that we're about to have a bombshell dropped on us. Why they're dropping that bombshell on us right now, there could be a whole number of reasons. Why? I don't trust the government at all. Why the hell are they telling us this now? I'm not saying they're lying. I believe this guy. And I've believed for a long time that they have things that they don't want us to see. But why now? That's the thing that I'm really worried about.
It is a case of why now? Why is all of this happening now? And why is it all so sketchy?
But I'm not willing to, because do you remember when we first opened this channel, we were talking about aliens, and you're like, Michael, you really believe that there's aliens out there? Have you changed your opinion?
Did I say that? Can you tell me what I said?
Yeah, you said this is ridiculous, Michael. There's
aliens,
yeah.
not ghosts, aliens.
I know, we're talking about aliens. And you said
But I've always believed that we're not the only form of
I remember
human
what I said
life.
to you, word for word. I said to you, it's absurd to think that we are the only intelligent life form in the universe. And you turned to the camera and said, no, I just don't believe it.
Really?
Have you changed your opinion?
I don't remember saying that. I believe this would have always been my opinion of knowing that we're not the only... I'm going to look dumb if that is what I said, but yeah, I guess I've changed my opinion if that was ever not my opinion.
Check your neighbours, make sure that they're still human. We don't know anymore. Don't even know if Sabi's human.
Are you human?
Can you imagine if I was here and I was just like...
I'd shit myself. I'd actually shit myself.
I just do it on the live stream. I'm gonna be committed to watching these live streams and reacting to it. It would be so cool if we could do a live reaction to them. But you would need to be, do you know what, we could do that. But you're gonna be sitting there for like 2 hours watching it.
I don't mind. But hear me out. Genuinely, I could be an alien. I could be, and you would never know. How are you going to know?
Did you pee out your finger?
What is this?
Scary movie.
It was in Scary Movie when they're all coming at each other and pissing from their fingers. That is hilarious. I need to go and watch it now. Sure, it was Scary Movie.
It was scary. It was the last one that they did. Stare into the light.
The light?
Yeah, stare into the light.
Ow, that really hurt.
I was checking to see if your eyes changed colour.
That really actually hurt. Like, why did I even listen to you? My eyesight is bad enough as it is. Thanks for making it worse.
It'll be interesting to see what happens with these congressional hearings.
Look into the light. Did that hurt?
I've got very good eyesight.
Or whatever.
They call it the Manga Kill Sharingan. If you know, you know. But yeah, maybe we should do a live stream and just watch these congressional hearings. I mean, a lot of it we're going to be sitting there and quiet. You guys can
If
chat
you
to us
can
if
put
you
it
want.
on another screen so
Yeah, yeah.
everyone can see what we're watching as well.
Yeah. Well, we'll wait for the next
Okay.
one. I don't know when they're doing it, but I'll keep you guys posted. We're definitely going to be talking about this because I think that they're about to drop a bombshell. But I think what people should really be worried about is why they're dropping this now. Pay attention. Look at the breadcrumbs. Okay, we're going to go full conspiracy over here.
Where is life going?
Yeah, where
I
is
don't
life
even know
going?
at this rate.
I've never really known that, but we'll see.
But I don't like it anymore.